Police say Ryan Anders broke in through the back door of that house last night, shot and killed Kim Carmack, and then killed himself. Tonight, we're digging deeper into that protective order that Carmack filed against Anders.
It also details in her own words why she was so afraid, even terrified for her life. Fox 59's Eric Levy joins us now live on the west side. And Eric, you also spoke with Carmack's best friend this evening.
And Fanchen, that's correct. Yeah, her friend is Terri Veatch, and she would not go into any specifics of the investigation, but we did take a look at that protective order very carefully, that protective order that Kim Carmack filed. In it, it details some several run-ins, actually, with her ex-husband, Ryan Anders, that made Carmack fear for her life. It also talks about how the protection for herself, her friend Terri, as well as 2 other people.
September 15th of last year, more than 3 months after the couple separated, the protective order states that there was a verbal altercation with her ex-husband, Ryan Anders. She said, "Ryan came over against my will. I tried not answering the door and leaving out the back, but he came around to the back of the house." The documents say he came around to the back, and when she tried to close the sliding door, her hand got caught, injuring her. She says she reported this behavior to her commander, even though she was worried about what Anders would do to her. He has shown up unexpectedly in several situations. He accuses me of having affairs with other officers. His aggression is escalating, and I am extremely afraid for my life. February 17th of this year, the protective order says Anders followed her to work and was driving close and recklessly to scare her. She pulled into a parking lot to try to get away from him. He forcibly got into my car and wouldn't get out for an hour and a half. She says he got verbally abusive, and when she tried to send a message to her supervisor on her phone, Anders would delete what she had typed. Moving ahead to March 24th of this year, another incident. Anders pulls up behind Carmack on I-70. He was tagging right behind me and pacing my driver's and passenger's side, trying to make me pull off the road. When he would pull alongside me, he would just stare through my windows in an intimidating manner. Anders was ordered not to contact Carmack, but he didn't listen. Kimberlee's best friend, Terri Veatch, who is also listed as needing protection, says the whole ordeal was terrifying.
Fear for our lives. We both were put in a safe house together, and yeah, we stayed at several places.
Veatch says detectives, one in particular, worked 100 hours a week on the case and did everything possible to protect Carmack. It just was not enough.
She was a wonderful mother, sister, daughter. She had a beautiful granddaughter, the best friend anybody could ever ask for.
The protective order also says Carmack was a victim of sexual assault as well as stalking and domestic violence. The Veatch is also saying IMPD and the prosecutor's office worked tirelessly. They did the best they could for protection. We are live on the west side tonight. Eric Levy, Fox 59 News.